Hello folks, so today we are going to be talking about ways to describe velocity and acceleration. So normally when we're thinking about velocity in really mathematical terms, we might say that an object that's moving forward has a positive velocity, and likewise we might say that an object that's moving backwards has a negative velocity. When it comes to acceleration, something that's speeding up, we might say has a positive acceleration, and something that's slowing down, we might say has a negative acceleration. But we don't necessarily always want to be thinking about things in really mathematical terms. So sometimes we might describe an object as saying, oh, this thing is moving to the left, so it would have a leftwards velocity. Or it's moving to the right, it has a rightwards velocity. We can do the same thing with acceleration, where you might say that if you had an object that's moving to the left and it's speeding up, then its acceleration is also leftwards, because it's increasing its velocity in the same direction that the velocity is currently going. But if you had an object that was moving to the left and was slowing down, it would actually be an object with a rightwards acceleration. Because in that scenario, left is positive, since that's the direction the object's going, so slowing down would mean a negative acceleration. The opposite direction, right, is to the right. So what you are going to be doing here is an activity called Name That Motion. And on today's Google Classroom assignment, you will find a link to this. When you get to this link, it should look something like this. Sometimes the big button in the middle here might look orange on an iPad, but you will click this big button here, and it'll take a moment to load up this. So it's going to create this thing. This is called a concept builder, and we are going to be using it to practice describing the velocity and acceleration of objects. So you don't have a count, so you are just starting as a guest. And when you do that, you're going to have a couple different options for 3 different levels. Apprentice are the least difficult questions, master level is more difficult, and wizard level is the hardest. So you're going to start with apprentice, and then once you complete apprentice, you will move on to master. If you complete master before the end of the period, you'll move on to wizard. So you will click Begin Apprentice Level, and when you do, you're going to get an image sort of like this. So you will see a car in a little animation up here. So if I look at this car, I can see that the car is moving to the left, and as it's moving to the left, it's slowing down. I can tell it's slowing down because it drops these little dots periodically as it's moving, and I can see those dots are getting farther or are getting closer together, which means it's slowing down. So beneath that, we've got this velocity description. And what you're going to do is you're going to go through these. If you click on them, it'll change, and you're going to find the one that matches what this car is doing. So here it says, the car moves with a rightwards velocity and a rightwards acceleration. Looking at this, that's obviously not true. This car's moving to the left, so it has a leftwards velocity. So let me see what the next one is. The car moves with a constant leftwards velocity. Well, that's not quite right either. It is moving with a leftwards velocity, but it's slowing down, so its velocity is not constant. The car moves with a constant speed in the rightward direction. Nope, it's moving to the left, so that can't be it. Car moves in the rightward direction. Again, it's moving to the left, so that's definitely not it, with a leftward acceleration. Or the car moves in the leftward direction with a leftwards acceleration. So if it was moving to the left and it was accelerating to the left, that would mean it's speeding up. But here it's actually slowing down, so that's also not right. All right, so here we go. The car moves with a leftward velocity. It's moving to the left, and a rightwards acceleration. So having a rightwards acceleration would mean that every second that's going by, we're subtracting from its velocity, which is indeed what's happening here. So this does seem to be the correct answer for this problem. So once I'm on the correct answer, you'll click Check Answer, and it will tell you if you've got it right. So haha, this one I have answered correctly. I can then hit Continue, and it will give me a new scenario. So again, I would do the same thing there, where I will click through all of these verbal descriptions. When I found the right one, I will hit Check Answer, and I'm going to do that until I finish the apprentice level. When I finish the apprentice level, it's going to give me a trophy, and then I'll move on to the master level. When I finish the master level, I will move on to the wizard level. When I finish the wizard level, I will have 3 trophies laid out on my screen. And when that happens, I'm just going to take a quick screenshot of those 3 trophies, or if class is ending, take a screenshot of what you have so far, and submit that on Google Classroom to show that you did this work. And that is all you have to do today.